Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So sweeties, welcome to today's video, which is going to be the review of this beautiful palette from this beautiful brand, which is the Collective Cosmetics, and this is the Phobos and Deimos MoonTwin eyeshadow palette, and this is how she looks. So of course I have showed you this palette already in my haul when I got it, and that is this was such a gift, sweeties. It was not a gift, I bought it with my own money, but for me, being able to buy from this brand is an absolute gift, and it was such an honor, and I'm going to tell you in a second. I just want to tell you that I'm putting up the looks that I have done with this palette so far on top of me while I'm talking, so you can look at what I have been doing so far with this palette, and so you can see that I really have checked out all the color schemes and all the colors in the palette. I must say that I have actually loved every single look that I did with this palette. I'm absolutely living for the color scheme in this palette. It is just so phenomenal. If you are into like darker looks, this is absolutely beautiful. Really, you will not be disappointed. So anyway, you have seen the looks. I also try to go a little bit more dramatic, and of course with a palette like this you can absolutely do this. So I just really I'm so thrilled. So of course, as always, I'm going to show you in just a second how I created this look, but before we go into this, I of course want to swatch the palette for you on a bare arm, so that's what we're going to do right now. Okay sweeties, here we have the whole palette swatched. Now all of these shades here are of course the eyeshadows, and then here you have the 4 highlighters. I just want to take a second to talk to you about the highlighters, because I don't know if they come across so well because I'm very fair, and of course the lighting is very bright, so it is possible that they get washed out and you do not see the differences. So this one here is a beautiful cool toned pink, which is absolutely stunning. I wear this in my inner corner today. This is a very light blue, absolutely beautiful too, wearing it on my lid. This is my favorite. This is the shade Sundial, and this is like a peachy rose gold kind of a highlighter, really pretty. And this is a gold, but not a gold, but a little bit of a like a cool gold with a bit of a like a wider undertone. So these are the 4 highlighter shades, and of course here you see the palette with the whole color scheme swatched. Alright sweeties, so without further ado, we're going to go right into the look creation of this creation, and I will of course as always speed it up. I will put some music so it will be super relaxing for you to watch me work. And then afterwards I'm going to see you back here again for the review part, and I can't wait to chat with you about the palette. Hi, we are back with the finished look, and yeah, so this is how it turned out, and I'm super happy, as I'm usually. I am super happy with the looks I'm doing, and that is not because I'm super great, it's just because I love working with colors, being creative, trying different placements, and just going all the way out, you know? I just really love that. So let's zoom in, the other way, 1 second. Let's zoom in and let's show you a tiny little bit. Okay, so now let's talk about the palette. Okay, first of all, I must say that I love all the looks that I created. You of course saw them in the beginning of the video, and I'm just so thrilled that I got to try this brand, because this has been on my bucket list for a long time. So here we are with the Collective Cosmetics MoonTwin Palette. I still don't know who is Phobos and who is Deimos. I don't know stuff like this, but it doesn't matter. I can be ignorant, right? So anyway, so this is the palette. Of course, this is how it looks. You have seen that now a couple of times already. And we have, of course, a couple of shimmers here, which is this one and this one and this one. And with this one, I'm honestly not 100% sure, because it went hard pan on me, and that was a little bit unfortunate. But of course we also have those 4 highlighters. Now I used all of those 4 highlighters in today's look. This one and this one I used on the lid. This one is on my cheekbone, and this is on my inner corner. I love that there are those 4 highlighters in the palette. Now usually I don't. As you probably know, I prefer to have my face products not in my eyeshadow palettes, but I bought this palette, funnily enough, I bought this palette for the reason that I wanted to have those highlighters, you know, because I'm a highlighter girl, and I really enjoy to have like a nice, especially cheekbone highlights. I never thought I would be, but I am, you know, I'm the kind of girl. So anyway, so these are the shades, and I must say everything around this palette so spoke to me that I just really needed to have it. So we have, of course, very nice cardboard packaging. The theme and everything around it, also the shade names and everything's really fits nicely together. And as you probably know by now, I'm a huge fan of the Collective Cosmetics creativity, how they see their products, how they portray their products, how they do their photo shoots and everything. It is just absolutely phenomenal in my eyes, and for me personally, and that is also not a new thing for me to say, Collective Cosmetics is top notch when it comes to all of these things. So let's talk about, oh, and there's a mirror, of course, I forgot to mention that. So let's talk about the shadows. The mattes were really nice. The formula itself is a little bit more on the dry side, which I always think, I don't know if it's my preference, because I can swing either way, you know. I can go for like really velvety smooth mattes. I can go for the drier ones. I always feel like the drier ones are easier to work with, especially when you are a beginner and you're looking for something to try, you know. You saw also in the look that they are really buildable, because I always try to go into my looks like with a very light hand and just a little bit of product, because first of all I want to try out the buildability, and I also want to, of course, be very careful what I'm doing, especially when I'm working with darker shades. Apparently I have a problem talking today. So anyway, the shimmers I really like too. Let's go quickly back to the mattes. I must say that this one has become my favorite, and that is not even my favorite color, but this is a spectacular color. I also loved really this one. I really enjoyed the mattes. Now the shimmers I also did enjoy. Now with this one again, I'm not 100% sure, but what happened to this one, this went hard pan, and I don't know. I mean, it can be fixed. I just wanted it to be here while I'm filming. So but that happens, you know, it happens quite frequently, so this is not really like a huge problem. It's just that what happened to me, and it doesn't mean that it will happen to you. So shimmers also performed really well. They were usable on impact, sort of, you know. You don't have this weird thing that where you have to scratch off layers and you cannot use it with a brush. Sometimes you really have that, and that's for me, that's a bit of a annoyance. It's not a problem, because I do makeup, whatever I have to do, that's what I'll do, but it is a bit of an annoyance, you know. So the same I must say for the highlighters. When you use them with a packing brush and you want to use them as a topper shade, which I did today, they do not work super well with packing brushes. Now with a highlighter brush here, they work absolutely beautiful. You know, that is not a problem. It's just, I think, the matter of the brush that you're using, and in that case I would just suggest that you use your fingers, which you saw me doing too, and then they work absolutely fine. Yeah, so that is really what it is. I absolutely enjoyed also the color scheme. I'm really into those darker looks, and yes, sometimes I also enjoy to have a lighter look or even a neutral look. Now I did not really do a neutral look with this palette because the only really sort of a little bit more gentle look was really the one that I did with those three colors here, and that was the first one I went for. Yeah, but besides that, I think I really got so much out of this palette that, why am I still holding this up? That I must say that I really enjoyed this. Now there was no fading, there was no creasing, there was no staining, even with those darker shades with the red tones, no staining at all. I can only say that I really enjoyed this, and for me it was an absolutely wonderful experience to be, first of all, just connected to this new brand for me, and to finally, after talking about this brand for so long, that I finally get to try it out. And for me it was awesome, and I'm going to keep this palette right here in front of me because all of the palettes that have highlighters in them, you know, I'm keeping them here so I don't forget that I have those highlighters so I can use them also in other looks, because these highlighters were spectacular. I gotta tell you, this one and this one. Now, no, I have to say that I'm of course not into makeup production, so I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't know if that is actually what it is, okay? Just take it with a grain of salt. I believe that these two here are a little bit more coarsely. Does one say that? Coarse? I think so. They are a little bit more flaky, but not in a bad way. It's just a different structure of a shade. So these are a little bit more finely milled, so just so you know, but these work super well too. And yeah, so this is what I'm wearing in my inner corner, I think I told you already. And of course these two on my lid and this on my cheekbone, which is probably my most favorite because it is super beautiful. It has this beautiful rose gold shift, which is absolutely beautiful. So this is the shade Sundial, which is my favorite highlighter in the palette. So anyway, rambling on, buildability was there, blendability was there, really enjoyed it. And if you do too, then please let me know, because I would really like to see what your experiences with the Collective Cosmetics were. I also know that the customer service was absolutely amazing, how fast it reached me, because everything takes usually so long to get to me, and I got a shipping confirmation like a day after I had ordered, and that was in the highest of the corona crisis, you know. So that was really absolutely amazing, and then I got it, and as you know, I'm super happy with it. So all my blessings and all my love go to the Collective Cosmetics. As always, I'm not wavering. They're an amazing brand with amazing people behind it, and I just highly recommend for you to check out that brand. If the color schemes and whatever they offer is for you, if it vibes with you, I would absolutely recommend that brand for you. So that is it. Please let me know, of course, your comments in the comment section. You will find everything else that I'm wearing on my face in the description box down below. Of course, I would love it if you were to subscribe to my channel, and all of the looks that I've done will come up probably pretty soon on my social media, so please make sure to follow me there too. Besides that, I wish you an awesome day or an awesome evening whenever you're seeing this, and I'll see you here for my next video really soon. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.